Chapter 2, The 10,000 Hour Rule. In Hamburg, we had to play for 8 hours. 1. Running out of battery. 20%. Anyways, let's get right into it. Okay. The University of Michigan opened its new computer center in 1971 in a brand new building on Beale Avenue in Ann Arbor with beige brick exterior walls and a dark glass front. The university's enormous mainframe computers stood in the middle of a vast white room, looking, as one faculty member remembers, like one of the last scenes in the movie, the 2001: A Space Odyssey. Off to the side were dozens of key punch machines. What passed in those days were 4 computer terminals. In 1971, this was state-of-the-art. The University of Michigan had one of the most advanced computer science programs in the world. And over the course of the computer center's life, thousands of students passed through that right room. The most famous of them was a gawky teenager named Bill Joy. Joy came to the University of Michigan the year the computer center opened. He was 16. He was tall and very thin with a mop of unruly hair. He'd been voted most studious student by his graduating class at North Farmington High School, which I don't know what that is. I don't even know where it's located in the U.S. Outside Detroit, which, as puts it, meant that he was a no-date nerd. He had thought he might end up as a biologist or a mathematician. But late in his freshman year, he stumbled across the computer center and he was hooked. From that point on, the computer center was his life. He programmed whenever he could. Joey got a job with a computer science professor so he could program over the summer. In 1975, he enrolled in graduate school at the University of California at Berkeley. There, he buried himself even deeper in the world of computer software. During the oral exams for his PhD, he made up a particularly complicated algorithm on the fly that, as one of his many admirers has written, so stunned his examiners that one of them later compared the experience to Jesus confounding his elders. Working in collaboration with a small group of programmers, Joy took on the task of rewriting Unix, which was a software system developed by AT&T, which also, I have no idea what that means, for mainframe computers. Joy's version was very good. It was so good, in fact, that it became and remains the operating system on which literally millions of computers around the world run. If you put your Mac in the funny mode where you can see the code, Joy says, I see things that I remember typing in 25 years ago. And do you know who wrote much of the software that allows you to access the internet? Bill Joy. After graduating from Berkeley, Joe co-founded the Silicon Valley firm Sun Microsystems, which was one of the most critical players in the computer revolution. There, he rewrote another computer language, Java, and his legend grew still further. 자바라는 그 프로그램에 대해서 익히 듣기는 들었는데 뭔 프로그램인지 잘 모르겠어요. 듣기만 했지 이것은. Among Silicon Valley insiders, Joy is spoken of with as much awe as someone like Bill Gates of Microsoft. He is sometimes called the Edison of the Internet. As the Yale computer scientist David Gallner says, Bill Joy is one of the most influential people in the modern history of computing. The story of Bill Joy's genius has been told many times, and the lesson is always the same. Here was a world that was the purest of meritocracies. Computer programming didn't operate as an old boy network where you got ahead because of money or connections. Wait a sec. 잠깐만요. Okay. It was a wide open field in which all participants were judged solely on their talent and their accomplishments. Right? It was a world where the best man won, and Joy was clearly one of these best men. It would be easier to accept that version of events, however, if we hadn't just looked at hockey and soccer players. Theirs was supposed to be a pure meritocracy as well. Only it wasn't. It was a story of how the outliers in a particular field reached their lofty status through a combination of ability, opportunity, and early arbitrary advantage. Is it possible the same pattern of special opportunities operate in the real world as well? Let's go back over the story of Bill Joy and find out. 여기까지 읽겠습니다. 확실히 이 오디오북을 이거 읽은 지 한 2년 정도 됐거든요. 그 후에 연습한 지가 좀 오래돼서 별로 연습을 잘 안 했어요. 2년 전에 한 번 연습하고. 그래서 다시 읽는 데 있어서 약간 좀 어색하긴 한데 아마 오디오북이랑 좀 다를 수도 있어요. 이 10,000 Hour Rule, 이 Outliers라는 책이 말콤 글래드웰 이라는 이 저자가 쓴 책이거든요. 굉장히 유명한 저자인데 이 세계적인 베스트셀러일 거예요, 이게. 네, Outliers. 그래서 유튜브에 오디오 북이 있으니까 한번 제가 밑에 영상 디스크립션 박스에 링크를 걸어 드릴 테니까요. 이 책이 혹시라도 있으신 분들 혹은 없으신 분들도 이 10,000 Hour Rule이라는 10,000시간의 법칙이라고 잘 알려져 있는 이 챕터를 한번 가지고 영어 훈련을 해보셨으면 좋겠어요. 낭독 훈련 저처럼. 네, 들어주셔서 감사합니다. 이걸